We never know what East Tennessee winters will bring, but when the weather turns, you need a vehicle you can count on. From daily errands to weekend adventures, Ravar Ford has the lineup built for any season. 2024 F-150 Crew Cab 4x4 XLT, $52,574. 24 Ford Ranger Crew Cab STX, $33,942. 24 F-250 4x4, $48,888. Wherever the road takes you, Ravar Ford has the perfect vehicle for the journey. Local you trust, a dealership you can count on.
All right, first things first, good morning. Happy Friday. Second of Aaron, good morning. Did you have a good birthday? Now you're just one day older, Aaron. Welcome to the club. Cheers. Happy Friday. Grab your cup of coffee this morning. We're going to walk you through the forecast. We're going to talk details. If you want to stick around towards the end, I'm going to walk you through some ensembles and some deterministic models to kind of show you what we're looking at. You know, we've been talking about a storm system possible on Tuesday. Looks like it's going to be down along the Gulf of Mexico. If you saw my forecast already this morning, looks like we're going to have snow on the beaches from the Gulf Coast to the Atlantic coastline. I'm talking snow on the beaches. It's going to be insane. But I don't necessarily know that snow is going to make its way all the way northward into the Tennessee Valley. I think it's going to stay a little bit further to the south. And then, of course, the Arctic air is coming on in, and we're going to be talking about another storm system heading our way next week. Let's talk numbers. How about yesterday? Was it beautiful. Sunny skies. Look at that. We saw average to even slightly above average temperatures. How amazing is that? Look at those record lows, by the way, in Knoxville. 1893. 10 below was the record low, and 74 was the record high. That was yesterday's numbers. So it's just nice to get a little breath of fresh air and some nice average weather, I think, if you ask me anyways. But nobody asked me. We know that. Anyways, okay, so temperatures this morning as you step outside, we're in the 20s. So trending a little bit below average. Average low is about 30 degrees. So, but we've already been there. And this is just like, just kind of getting us ready, gearing us ready for next week. It's going to be brutal. And temperatures this morning are running a little bit warmer than what they were yesterday. So here are your weather headlines. Sunny skies, warmer temperatures with increasing high-level clouds today. Great Friday. Aaron, if you didn't celebrate your birthday yesterday, maybe tonight's going to be a great night to do so. Oh, no. It was actually mostly terrible, but ended well. Today is my do-over, and it's Friday. Aaron, I'm so sorry. Nobody likes a bad birthday. I won't ask what happened. If you want to share, by all means, but we won't ask what happened. We sure hope you can do a redo today, and it's Friday, so enjoy. And the weather's going to be great. I think you said you were off, maybe? Maybe you're off. You had an extended weekend? I'm not quite sure. How low can they go? How low can they go? I don't know, but I will have an idea. So light snow on Sunday. I think, I think models are indicating that we could see some light snow showers on Sunday. Now, there is some discrepancies, and of course, I'll walk you through the models. If it's associated with that southern low down across the Gulf. If it shifts a little bit further north, we'll get some snow showers on Sunday. If it stays a little bit further south, maybe a couple flurries and probably not a lot of snow showers, but guidance is increasing the chance for a little bit of light snow, and I'll walk you through that. And then Arctic air arrives next week. So this morning we start off with 20s and 20s, I should say. We warmed into the low 40s for the lunch hour, so even lunchtime. Maybe not patio weather. We're not quite there yet. And if you know me and you follow me, I love a good spring, fall, and summertime patio. Nothing better. Like Concord Marina or any of the marinas around town where you get to look over the lakes and you're like, oh, I get to enjoy my food and check out this beautiful view. I mean, why would you not? Clinch Mountain Resort. No, Clinch Mountain Resort, I think, has an amazing view as well. Not I think. Great places to check out some beautiful weather, but not patio weather today. Evening forecast. Again, here you go, Aaron. If you're going out on this Friday night and anybody else that's going out on Friday night, we're going to be in the mid-40s by 6 and down to about 40 degrees by 8 o'clock tonight. That's when things begin to change. I actually think we're going to have a great sunset tonight. I'm going to take up the drone. Hopefully, if it's a good sunset, we'll capture a cool drone from the East Tennessee Weather Drone. I've got a cool drone that I use, and we're going to incorporate this in a lot more of what we do on East Tennessee weather. But rain showers settle in tonight. All right, so let me go to the Futurecast and show you what the Futurecast looks like. Okay, so we pick up our timeline at 7 o'clock tonight. High clouds, great sunset, mild but cool temperatures. I think as we get closer to midnight, the rain showers settle on in. It's going to be a soggy start to our Saturday, but all rain except for the higher elevations. I think above 4,000 feet, the mountains possibly could see upwards of a few inches of snowfall. And the National Weather Service just sending out some information about that. But I think that above 4,000 feet will stay below freezing, so better chance for snow tonight and through the day tomorrow across the highest peaks of the Smokies, but all rain in the valley locations, the Cumberland Plateau, upper East Tennessee, not looking at any snowfall there. By the end of the day on Saturday, if we have any sort of lingering moisture, we're going to start to see some colder air start to settle on in, and maybe a little bit of a wintry mix on the back end of that. It wouldn't cause any major issues, but that could be possibly for the Cumberland Plateau. So we start Saturday morning off with temps in the mid to upper 30s and pockets of low 40s. So a mild start thanks to the clouds that are hanging out with us and a southerly fetch. Then we're going to warm into the mid to upper 40s. It's not going to be an all-day rain event, but I would, if you have outdoor plans or if you're going to be running errands and whatnot, I would grab your umbrellas just to be on the safe side because you probably have a couple of showers. And don't forget the interactive radar. Listen, if we do get a couple of those stray showers during the afternoon and you're in the store and you come out and you're like, I don't want to run to my car right now. Remember to open up the East Tennessee Weather app, go to the interactive radar, click play on the interactive radar. That gives you past, current, and future radar as long as your radar of choice is selected to the national radar. And you'll be like, oh, okay, cool. This is only going to last a couple of minutes. I'll wait just a few minutes and I'll go to my car. That way I'm not going to get wet. All right, so rainfall totals, I think anywhere from a quarter to about a half an inch of rain. Interstate 40 north, less. Interstate 40 south, a little bit more rainfall Saturday night and tonight and through the day on Saturday. But then here comes that Arctic blast, okay? This is just the very beginning, the leading edge of that Arctic air. So Saturday night, 8 o'clock, we're going to be in the 40s. Great. Go all the way down into our Sunday morning. If you're heading off to church, we're going to be hovering right around 30 degrees or so. And I think temperatures will hover at or slightly below freezing all day on Sunday. But Sunday night, that big push of Arctic air settles on in. And so because temperatures will be hovering around freezing, a little bit of a breeze, we'll have wind chill values, we'll squeeze out some light snow if that moisture creeps its way a little bit further to the north. And here's what that could look like. Now, this is a 15-kilometer model forecast, so it doesn't have the high resolution that my 3-kilometer does, obviously, but it doesn't go out. My 3-kilometer doesn't go out as far. But here, the general idea is that we're going to see some snow showers developing throughout the day on Sunday. So this is the 15-kilometer, I believe, 15-kilometer snowfall forecast. Okay, so I chose this one. Now, I didn't. I wanted to show you the numbers just for a second because this gives us a good idea. I think a light dusting to a few flurries across the plateau. I think through the day on Sunday, if this moisture comes on up, I think we could see a good solid coating of snow on the grassy areas, rooftops, cars, maybe some of the back roads, and upwards of a half an inch of snow. There's about a 30 to 40% chance that you could see about a half an inch of snow upper East Tennessee. When you're looking at probabilities, that's pretty good. And again, I'll dive into the models to kind of give you an idea, the ensembles, in just a little bit if you want to stick around towards the end and go through some modeling with me. You don't have to. If you want to drop off anytime, by all means. All right, so I think there's going to be a good dusting of snow that will be developing through the day on Sunday. Not Sunday morning, but likely by the end of the day on Sunday. And whatever falls, if it does fall on Sunday, well, it's going to stick around. And we do have those precipitation chances as we get into next week, albeit on the low side as of right now. I know you've probably seen it on social media. We're going to tread lightly and slowly on this one because there's just a lot of discrepancies and there's a lot of nonsense being thrown out on social media with the social meteorologists, meteorologists, whatever you want to call them. All right. So picking up our timeline, big picture. If you have travel plans through the day on Saturday, rain showers across the region. Back behind it, here comes our Arctic front. You can see Arctic high pressure starting to build its way in. And that is going to bring us a little bit of a breeze out of the north, ushering some slight snow showers on Sunday. So if you have travel plans around the region, yeah, we're going to pick up some rain showers, but we're also going to pick up some snow showers. This isn't, okay, so this map takes us just through through Monday. And you can see maybe a little bit of light snow across the mountains. Not a big player, okay? Not a big player. But here comes the Arctic air. So 52 degrees today, 48 degrees tomorrow, 28 degrees is what I'm doing with an afternoon temperature on Sunday. I actually have a morning low in the 30s. So I think we'll start off a little bit warmer Sunday, and then temperatures will stay steady or steadily fall throughout the day. And then notice those temperatures. We don't even climb above freezing for high temperatures, potentially for 4 days. So once we drop below freezing on Sunday, whenever that may happen, I think we stay below freezing possibly all the way through Wednesday afternoon. The deep freeze is going to be with us. And look at these brutal low temperatures. Sunday morning, again, we're start off at 33. We'll drop down to 28 degrees during the afternoon. We'll have a little bit of a breeze, so some wind chill values. And then low temperatures. Look at that. Single digits and teens. Wind chill values will be sub-zero. And this is the kind of air, it doesn't take much wind at all to cut right through you. Now's the time to prepare your home. Okay, this weekend when you have time. If you've never gone out and bought some of those spigot covers that go over your spigots, make sure you unhook your hoses. We'll talk about this as we get into Monday morning. But again, you might want to drip your sinks and your faucets and open up your cupboards to let the warm air from your house go in towards those pipes, especially if you have pipes or like a bathroom or a kitchen and your pipes are connected to the exterior wall. The interior wall is not a big deal. It's the exterior wall pipes that you need to watch out for. And again, remember, this is that storm. So jeez, here we go again. Let me do something here real quick. I'm going to diagnose something for you because I already broadcast and pushed my forecast out to social media, and this is why we cannot even have a clue what's going on. This is the latest model guidance from the American model, the GFS, okay? But when I showed you the forecast earlier this morning, if you watched it on social media or through the app, this is what you saw. So again, the models keep going boop, 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 flipping back and forth. That's why we need to look at the ensembles to see what that's looking like to get a better idea of the forecast. So that's what I forecasted for this morning. That's what it showed when I broadcast my forecast before Wake Up with Witcher. The latest model guidance just came in, and now we're back to more snow across the Tennessee Valley. Does this happen next week? Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Yeah. Magic 8 Ball. Where are you? We're not even gonna dive into that. But what I do want to highlight is that storm system across the deep south, because across the deep south, this one right here is going to produce snow across the beaches of the Gulf Coast and the southeastern coastline, from the Outer Banks to Myrtle Beach and Charleston, to say Orange Beach, Floribama, even Louisiana is going to pick up some snow. This is a rare thing, right? But I think after Sunday, we're talking low temperatures to drop down, highs to drop below freezing across much of the southeastern U.S. So stay with me. I'll keep you posted on the potential storm system Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That would be a 2-week. Would be 2 weeks a total from our last storm system that happened on Friday and Saturday. So something to kind of keep in mind. And make sure you check back in. But again, these models, that's why you gotta watch what you share on social media. People that blast out all this stuff. When I posted that snowfall map for the entire country, I said, well, Old Man Winter may not go anywhere anytime soon. Just a general idea that much of the country over the next couple of weeks could see some snowfall. And look, it's now starting to play out that way as well. And when you break out the big picture and show you the country, we're going to get some decent snow in Colorado, the Colorado Rockies. If you're a skier or snowboarder, the Rockies of all the way from Montana to Wyoming and Colorado are incredible snowfall. And even Snowshoe, West Virginia has been getting incredible snow. And if we get more snow, it's great for tourism and the ski resorts here in the southeastern U.S. Unfortunately, I can't ski anymore. I'm out because of my knee. All right, so looking ahead, though, the Climate Prediction Centers are still talking about below average temperatures through the 27th. Maybe we see that air mass modify a little bit, but still could be trending below average to round out the month of January. This is the January that just won't end. Okay, let me just say this, because we talked about this on Wake Up with a Witcher. A lot of you were asking me if I was going to do, what are you guys doing? I got some needy dogs down here. Got my dogs in the studio this morning. You guys can join. Just don't be pushing any buttons there, Stella. A lot of you asked me at the beginning of winter or at the end of fall, hey, Witcher, are you going to do a winter weather outlook? And what was my answer to that? I said, no. Why do I not like to do winter weather outlooks? Because, the forecast is not terribly accurate after 3 days. So doing a 7-day forecast, we know things can change. And now I'm doing a 3-month forecast based on, all the stuff in the environment and the atmosphere and what we could see. But the problem is if we get this snow, I think a lot of folks around town called for an average winter. But I don't think that's going to be the case if we get another bout of snow. We could, and if we do get the snow next Thursday, Friday, remember the Arctic air is in place. And so that's kind of set the stage, kind of like what we saw last year. And so if it does snow with that Arctic air, it's going to dump. It is going to dump. All right, let's go to the chat and say hi to everybody. We got John Terry joining us this morning. Happy Friday, bud. What's up, Kimberly? How are you? You have very bad luck birthdays. Oh, Aaron, we need to change that, my friend. Yes, off today, so staying home to relax and read. Glass of wine? Hey, listen, you enjoy your day, and you do you. You do you, boo, right? All right, so let's see. Back to school for the kids finally, huh? Back to school now, and then the Arctic air comes in place. So do the school systems cancel school because it's going to be too cold for the kids, or do we do a 2-hour delay because it's just going to be so cold at the bus stops? I'm not quite sure. We'll see what the school systems do. Let's see. Mike, no, please. Grandson will be here shortly. I need to travel in the next few days. Good morning, RD. How are you this morning? You started a heat. You should start a heat merch line for weeks like we are about to have, right? Oh, Felicia, just saying this cold next week needs to be gone by Saturday. It'll be gone by Saturday. We need to clear weather for next Saturday, my birthday. Well, hopefully you don't have a bad birthday. Let's see. John Terry says, do you think there's a high chance we get snow next week? Well, I think there's a 50-50 at this point of the game. All right, must be nice to be a meteorologist, right? All you have to do is say 50-50. I know. Here, Sally, you're in my way. You gotta get in my way. You gotta get out of here. All right, so I do. I think as of right now, there's 50-50. But, John, if you want to stick around as we get through the end of this, I'll walk you through the model forecast to kind of give you an idea of what I look at and why I can't possibly. I just showed you why I couldn't possibly say with any sort of confidence that the snow's going to be there because I just showed you the American model and how it's flip-flopping back and forth and back, and it's going to do that. Until we start to get into the high-resolution models and really start to see these models come into line with each other, we're going to continue to see these things flip-flop. So it is impossible at this point of the game. That's why I say watch what you share on social media. If people I've already seen it, and we've got some folks in and around our community that are already posting snowfall totals. And listen. Let me just show you something real quick. Okay, let me just show you something here real quick. We'll do that here in a second when we talk about the models, because I just really want to hit the point that snowfall forecast, you got to tread slow. You got to go slow and low. That's my motto, slow and low. And we'll get there. We'll get there together. If it impacts us, I'll be here. How far do you have to travel? There we go. Happy early birthday to you as well. Good morning, Debbie. We got Ruth joining us this morning. Your daughter's in labor. Congratulations. That's awesome. What's up, Grandma? I don't know if you're a grandma yet, Katrina, but you're going to be a grandma real soon. Keep us posted and please share a photo with us so we can share it with all of us here on Wake Up with Witcher. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. We got Judy joining us as well. Good morning to you. Let's see. It's going to be so cold. Okay, Cott County's on a 2-hour delay this morning. Joe Gleason says, love taking the dogs to work also. It's nice having the dogs at work. They're both sitting here. I got them both in here. They're crazy. Well, Aaron, at least you got a good attitude about that. At least you can laugh about it the day after. Last year I was snowed in, remember? Oh, yes, that's right. I do remember you were snowed in for your birthday last year. Lisa says, Campbell County students just returning today for the first time since Christmas break. That is insane. Well, it looks like summer school is going to be happening for those kids, huh? Extended school year. How many more school days do you have left in Campbell County? I guess it's time to stack the firewood near the back porch. You know what? You know what's terrible? Every year, I get a rick of wood, and we have it under our eaves, and our house has really big eaves. I think they're like 3.5-foot eaves on our house because it's an old 70s house, which is great because it keeps the house dry. And I can pile the wood there, and it always stays dry. And it's great because the wood we have now, it's probably a year or two old, but the pile is dwindling, and we have fires in our fireplace at home all the time. We love having the ambiance of the fireplace, watching a movie at night, settling down, letting it warm up the house a little bit. Nothing's better in my personal opinion, but my firewood is dwindling. I got to call my firewood guy and try to get more because I'll have to get it now to let it dry out during the summer months. So next winter, it's a little bit more primed, if you will. You're chilling with Powerwolf this morning. Nice. I don't even know what that is. What's Powerwolf, Jesse James? Sent me an email this morning. Okay, I'll check that out. Witcher Weather Watchers. Stay on the lookout. If you're joining me this morning, stay on the lookout for your text messages today. I will reach out to you. And Kimberly and anybody else that wants an East Tennessee weather mug. This is from Brian from Crescent Butte when he went skiing there last year. Thank you, Brian. East Tennessee weather mugs have been ordered. There's no need for me to have all these random coffee mugs. I need an East Tennessee weather mug. So yes, Kimberly, they have been ordered. I will let you know, and they will be on the merch shop probably in the next couple of weeks. All right. Let's go ahead and take you outside and show you a beautiful view. Check out this live view from KMNV, Monroe County Airport. Great aviation day ahead of us today for general aviators. Plenty of sunshine, perfect aviation day due to the fact that, yes, it's cold in the cockpit when you take off, but listen, the atmosphere is quiet, it's smooth, makes for great general aviation flying weather. Trust me. I flew in December a few years back when I got my license. And it is so much fun. Plus, there's heaters. There's heaters in the cockpits, but there's not air conditioners. So that's why summertime flying is a lot hotter. All right, let's talk about those national holidays for the day today. Today is the 17th. It's the day after Aaron's birthday, and it's one day before Felicia's birthday. Or did you say that was next week? Maybe you said it was next week. I think you said Felicia, but either way. Anybody celebrating birthdays and events today? Happy birthday to you. Let us know if you have any events going on. All right, it's Popeye, the Sailor Man Day. Arr. I love Popeye. Remember that? I love the classic Popeye cartoons. Who doesn't love those cartoons? But even the movie that came out, what was that? In the early 2000s, that Popeye the movie came out. Maybe late 90s at this point of the game. I'm not quite sure, but I love Popeye. I am what I am, and that's all I am. He's the greatest He's the greatest cartoon ever, in my personal opinion. I love Popeye. I love Goofy. I love Mickey Mouse. I love Donald Duck. And, of course, Winnie the Pooh. All right. It's National Classy Day. Keep it classy. Aw. All right. It's National Bootleggers Day. Any bootleggers out there? Shh. And it's National Hot Buttered Rum Day. Ooh, hot buttered rum. That sounds so good. But because today is Friday, we go into the weekend national holiday. So let's talk about tomorrow's national holidays. Tomorrow, obviously celebrating birthdays and events. It's National Use Your Gift Card Day. If you got gift cards for Christmas, perfect day to do so. It's going to be a good day to go out shopping. Yeah, it's going to be rainy, so that makes it a good day to go inside of the shopping centers and the malls. Tom, it bleeped you out. I don't know what you're saying. Well, another something. I don't know what you're saying, but it bleeped me out on my side. So I can't read it all. Christy, good morning. Mike, is it true if snow sticks around that there's another one coming soon? That is the old wives' tale, right? If snow's sticking around. Well, remember last snowstorm, I said it's probably going to stick around for at least a week. Nailed that one. The rain showers tonight will melt all the rest of the snow, but then again, maybe light snow on Sunday, and then some lingering moisture and Arctic air. So this snow, if your snow does not get washed away by the rain showers tonight and tomorrow, then it's going to stick around for another week with the potential for more snow. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, Christy, great one. Debbie says, okay, great week. Have a great time. Got to get to work. Have a great weekend. Debbie, you should have a great weekend as well. Brent's ready for spring. I'm ready for summer to come down to your pool, buddy. I'm ready for summer. All right, we've also got National Michigan Day, National Thesaurus Day. Love the thesaurus, and it's National Peking Duck Day. Let's go to, and it's National Winnie the Pooh Day tomorrow. Oh, how convenient! All right, let's go to Sunday. Let's see what our holidays are. Sunday, National Immigration Day. No, I'm sorry, National Imagination Day. Let's get that right. National Imagination Day. Perfect. Let your kids get imaginative and creative this weekend. National Popcorn Day. I'm going to give I love popcorn. I could eat popcorn every day. It is one of my favorite things in the world. National Popcorn Day. And that, my friends, is all we have for the national holiday. So let's go back outside to KMNV, Monroe County, and check out that gorgeous sunrise. And boom. Right there, my friends, right there. Oh, wait, we never checked in on the T-Dot cameras. Let's live look at the T-Dot cameras here this morning. By the way, West Hills to downtown Knoxville, Watt Road to Maryville, and anywhere in between. Traffic is running smoothly in and around Knox County. I'd show more cameras in Tri-Cities and Chattanooga, but we'll get the Chattanooga ones up and running soon. For you folks joining us from Chattanooga, I will have a whole nother Chattanooga side to this. Unfortunately, Tri-Cities T-Dot cameras, just pretty lackluster up there. We'll try to get a few to populate so we can show all aspects of all East Tennessee every morning when we show traffic, so everybody has a chance to get to know what's going on in your community. All right. Christy says, love it. Love it. Thanks for joining us this morning, by the way, Christy. Oh, man. Had a tire blowout yesterday, and today my battery is dead. Make sure your kids turn out the lights in your car. Amen to that. My car is dead. If you recall, I am without a car, but a good friend of mine, actually my sales guy, Seth Dunaway, actually allowed me to borrow one of their cars. They had an extra car. I'm borrowing a car right now, trying to figure it out. With so much going on with East Tennessee weather, I haven't even had a chance to look for a car. Oh, man. But my wife is leaving Sunday, so I'll be able to drive her car at least for a week when she's out of town. All right. So if you want to stick around, I'm going to dive into some model forecasting here for a second to give you an idea of what's going on. So if you want to stick around, we're going to dive into the details on this. That would not be it. We'll get the right one in here. I think that was, well, I thought I had it in there. Where did it go? I promise you I had it up. Let's see here. Right there. There it is. That's what I wanted to show you. All right. So I'm actually in Colorado right there. So let's get out of Colorado. Let's come back to East Tennessee. And we'll come to East Tennessee. I'm going to go to the country here real quick. We're just going to go to the country. Again, we're just going to dive into some model forecasting. So what you're looking at here is the national blends of models. This is our snowfall forecast. This takes us out 239 hours. This will give you a good idea of where we're expecting snow across the country. And again, this takes a bunch of models, and the National Weather Service has their own blend of models. And they blend them all together to kind of get the best idea of what the outcome could look like. And you can see as we head through our Sunday, we're going to have snow showers right here in the southeastern U.S. So it's picking up on some of that. I'll show you a closer view here in a second. But what I wanted to show you is that southern slider swinging across the Gulf Coast. Look at that. So again, the low seems to be tracking a little bit further south down through central Florida, and that brings the snowfall down from Louisiana to Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, North and South Carolina, and along the beaches. Now, if for some reason this low shifts a little bit further north, this band of snow may come into play on Tuesday. And so we'll need to watch that closely as we get into the upcoming weekend, so make sure you check that out. That's just one national blend of models. Let me show you another model forecast. Again, this is an ensemble, not a deterministic model forecast. This will take us 378 hours out, so a long ways away. It's nerd time, says Chris. Diving into the facts. Yes, so any weather nerds out there, stick with me. This is Nerd Fest right here. All right, so, and again, you got your forecast, so if you want to stick around, cool. All right, so here we go. This is the CMCE ensembles. And so when you look at the forecast for, and this is the mean snow. Let me show you 1 inch or more. This will be showing us 1 inch or more across the country. Okay, look at that little snow diving across the south. See how that's swinging across the deep south? They're looking at a solid inch. I think, look at that. Our probabilities are 70, 80 to even 90% of at least an inch of snow across the deep south. But when you look at here in East Tennessee, we've got about a 30 to 40% chance of an inch of snow associated with this on next Tuesday, Wednesday, mainly across the southern valley of the mountains. So I think the southern valley, say Chattanooga, south of say Interstate 40 and the Smoky Mountains and the foothills, have a pretty good shot, 30 to 40% chance of at least an inch of snow next Tuesday. When you go up to 4 inches of snow, probabilities of 4 inches of snow, pretty lackluster, right? But I think West Virginia, Snowshoe, West Virginia, look at that. Pretty good probabilities there. 62% chance that they'll pick up at least 4 inches of snowfall from the storm system that's arriving tonight through Sunday. And then as we head through, look at that. Probabilities down across parts of Texas and Louisiana. 50 to 60% probability of 4 inches of snow. So they may get some good solid snowfall down there. And for us here in East Tennessee, it doesn't look likely that we'll get 4 inches of snow from that. So when you look at now the snowfall totals, this is a 10-to-1 ratio, and we'll go through time. So there's our Tuesday storm. There's our Sunday storm right there. So this is picking up on the possibility of maybe 1 inch to 2 inches across the northern plateau. Upper East Tennessee, maybe 1 inch to 2, and same with the Smoky Mountains. Valley locations, 1 inch or less, and then flurries down across the Southern Valley. That's the snow we're talking about for Sunday. And so I think my forecast for the snow on Sunday is pretty on par. Now we'll go. Here comes the storm out of Colorado. Forms a low pressure system along the Gulf of Mexico, and there's our storm system along the Gulf. So this is keeping all the snow next Tuesday, Wednesday down to our south. And even look at this. I mean, it's picking up on 7, 8, 9, 10 inches of snow down across parts of North and South Carolina. The beaches, maybe 3 to 4 inches of snowfall. So 1 to 2, maybe down closer to Florida. And so that's one model. That's one. Now let's go to a different one. And again, you'll get an idea of where this one also has that snow further to the south next Tuesday, Wednesday. So again, you got to look at the ensembles to get a better idea of. You can't look at the deterministics, i.e. the American GFS model, because that will flip-flop back and forth. That's why I say watch what you share on social media. Watch what you when you open the GFS, you're like, oh my gosh, Knoxville's going to get 20 inches of snow. No, the GFS actually had a foot of snow in Knoxville 2 days ago for next week. And then this morning it had nothing. Now we're back to a little bit more snow. So again, you can't look at the deterministic models. You got to look at the ensembles when you're looking this far out. This one also playing a role, showing a pretty picture of some snowfall, about 1 inch. So I think a dusting to 1 inch of snow is looking likely at this point in the game on Sunday. Now, as we go above and beyond that, we'll go all the way into next Thursday, Friday. And here comes our southern slider. That takes us all the way through. So, okay. So now this one's picking up on some snowfall down across the Gulf, right? But now look at this. This is, you're looking at Wednesday, the 22nd. Let's keep going to next Thursday, Friday. This one now is picking up on snowfall here in East Tennessee next Friday, Saturday, where 2 to 4 to 6 inches of snow could be possible. So the point of the story is you just can't look at all that, all the deterministics and understand what's going on. But now let me show you that Arctic air, because this is really going to tell a story when it comes to the Arctic air mass. And I'll bring it to the local level here in a second. We'll go back through that for those that want to stick around. Watch this Arctic air. What you're looking at are 2 meter AGL above ground level temperature anomalies. So what this shows you is how far above we're possibly going to be forecasting temperatures, or how far below. So the red's above average, and we're talking averages, and that's averages for different locations across the country. So what we're doing is looking down here at the southeastern U.S., okay? Watch this Arctic air come blasting on in. I mean, much of the country, all the way through, say, Monday. Let's go through Tuesday. This is Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning, East Tennessee could be 20 to 30 degrees below average. 26 degrees below average Tuesday morning. Our average high is 30 degrees. Put that into perspective. Even the Gulf Coast, we're talking 20 to 25 degrees below average. They're looking 20 degrees below average down across the Gulf Coast. So that's all the way into Monday. Let's keep going. That Arctic air is going to continue to stick with us. And now we get to Wednesday. Again, temperatures are in East Tennessee are going to be 25 degrees below average. Average high for this time of year, 48 degrees. And then as we continue, we're going to round out the month. Here's, let's see, that's the 24th of the month. So we keep going. The atmosphere modifies a little bit. Yeah, we may trend a little bit below average. But then as we get into the 1st of February, here is February 1st. And whoa, hey, folks, we could be trending anywhere from, say, 5 to 15 degrees above average here in East Tennessee. Well, maybe not that far, not that much, but let's see. There's 18Z. That's 11 degrees above average on February. No, that would be the 31st. That's the end of the month. There's February. So yeah. So again, I think once this Arctic air mass, look at this. This is just nasty. Look at this. It's gonna be awful. So I think we're gonna stay chilly towards the end of the month, and then hopefully as we get into February, we start to modify a little bit, and hopefully we don't see any more winter storms. Now let me bring you to the local view. Let me just bring it down the local view here for a second. I want to show you this for a second. So this is that's cloud cover. Let's go back down. Now they're at the local level. Let's come back down to winter weather. Now let's show you the 1 inch. So this is the ensemble model again. We're looking at, this is the state of Tennessee right there at the bottom of your screen. Let me scroll up a little bit, get that in the center so you can see better. All right, so Tennessee's in the bottom center of your screen. This is the probability of 1 inch or more of snow. So there is Sunday. That's midnight on Sunday. Now we go to 6 a.m. Sunday. Probably not going to get a whole lot. Now here we go. That's noon on Sunday. We've got a 13% chance of 1 inch of snow in Knoxville. Not very high, but notice upper East Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, and Southeastern Kentucky. I'd say Claiborne County, Hawkins, Hancock, Tri-Cities area, Tennessee, Kentucky border. We got about a 40% chance of 1 inch of snow or more. That's through noon. And then we go all the way through 6 p.m. And again, a 70% chance up towards Tri-City. So I think upper East Tennessee has a good shot for seeing maybe an inch to two of snowfall on Sunday. And now let's look at the 4 inch range. What's the 4 inch range look like for Sunday? Yeah, we're not going to get 4 inches of snow. So when you look at the mean totals of snowfall, there's your mean totals. This takes us all the way through Sunday right there. So this is through Sunday night. And again, it's picking up on the mean of about 1.5 inches in Tri-Cities, maybe about 0.5 inch in Knoxville. So I think the point of the story is yes, we will see some snow, I think, as we get into our Sunday time frame. Now let's just fast forward time and look at next week. So this takes us all the way through next Sunday, a week from Sunday, a week from this coming Sunday. We could be adding more snow to the forecast. Maybe a few more inches up towards Tri-Cities, maybe in Knoxville. So again, the point of the story is that Arctic air is going to be in place. Arctic air doesn't hold a lot of moisture. And so therefore, because it doesn't hold a lot of moisture, we are going to wring out the atmosphere and it is going to precipitate. Any available moisture is going to precipitate. And because the air is going to be so cold, look at the snowfall totals. Just say this were to happen, right? 2.5 inches in Knoxville, 3.5 in Johnson City. Let's look at the QPF. How much actually moisture is going to fall out of the atmosphere from that? And when you come back to the same time, well, this is including Saturday. So that's going to include Saturday as well. But we're looking at the possibility of just through Saturday alone, maybe it's about 0.7 of an inch of moisture, right? So we talked about 0.5 inch to 3/4. Now we add next weekend to it, and we may pick up maybe another 1/10 or 0.2 of an inch of moisture. So that's the moisture we need to watch closely. If that moisture comes on in, with the Arctic air in place, it's going to be in the form of snow. But as I mentioned, when we go out to all the way out, here's your forecast all the way out. So we're going to warm the atmosphere up, and it is going to turn in the form of rain eventually once this Arctic air kind of swings its way on through. All right. That's kind of just a general idea of the model forecast. Oh, let me go back here for a second. I'll show you those are the ensembles. Let me show you the deterministics. This will give you a better idea. We'll swing out to the bigger picture once again. Let's come to the regional picture. We'll pick this area, I suppose. Let's see if this shows it. And we'll come to our snowfall total forecast. And again, this is the European deterministic. And so again, this is going to flip-flop. Obviously, that's not picking up on much snow for Sunday. That takes us all the way through Sunday night. So the deterministics now are starting to pick up on what the ensembles are. And so now we have a better idea that, snow is looking likely on Sunday. This one's picking up about 1 inch across the plateau. Tri-Cities area, maybe 1 to 3 up towards Tri-Cities. Smoky Mountains could pick up anywhere from 3 to 4, 2 to 4 maybe. And again, Knoxville, less than 1 inch of snow looking likely there. That's a 10-to-1 ratio. Now we continue to go in time. And this is, again, the European deterministic. You can see how it's swinging across the south. This is that's going to be Tuesday into Wednesday, and it's keeping all the snow to our south. And then we keep going, and maybe another little slider that's going to come in next Saturday, Sunday. We'll see how it all plays out. But you can see the European model over the next 348 hours is not picking up on a ton of snow in East Tennessee. But the ensembles were picking up on the fact that we could see some snow, right? And so that's why you kind of have to tread lightly and tread slowly. That's the European. Let me show you the American model. So we've got basically 3 major players. And this is the American model. So we'll show you what Sunday looks like. This is that's Sunday morning. We'll go through Sunday afternoon. This ends right there at 0Z Sunday, which is going to be about 7 o'clock Sunday night. And this is the GFS, the American model. And you can see how it's a little bit more aggressive in East Tennessee. So maybe Cumberland County 1 to 2, or maybe half to 2. Tennessee, Kentucky border, maybe 1 to 3. Upper East Tennessee, maybe 1 to 3. Smoky Mountains, maybe 1 to 3 as well. Valley locations, less than an inch of snow. So that's the American model. But now let's keep going in time with the American model and see how that southern slider is going to play out. Here it comes, Tuesday, Wednesday. That also keeps most of the snow further to our south by the middle and latter part of next week. But then, remember, the European was picking up on another little disturbance as we get into next weekend. Here's Thursday, Friday, and here we go. That's actually the 6Z. Let me show. That was the 0Z run. Let me show you the 6Z because that is now officially in. I was showing you the wrong model run there. Here's your Sunday forecast. So again, the Sunday forecast, this is still picking up on some snowfall for Sunday. And now let's go through time. And here comes our southern slider. Next Tuesday, Wednesday, most of it's probably going to stay to our south, but can't rule out some snow showers here. But again, this is a deterministic model, the American model. So it's still keeping the snowfall to our south by next Wednesday. But then remember, the European was picking up on a little piece of energy by next Friday, Saturday. Here we go. Here's your American model. And this is what that's picking up on. So you can see how next Friday, Saturday, the American model is picking up on. Yes, it's hinting at the same concept. The European didn't have as much snowfall. The American model is painting a bigger picture. Again, please don't share this on social media. You're going to see people post this on social media. And this is, this takes us a week and a half out. About a week and a couple days out. And so are we going to get 6 to 8 inches of snowfall in East Tennessee? I don't know. I don't know yet. But don't share that on social media if somebody actually has snowfall totals on a map that is more than a week old. Okay? Now, if I post a map saying, hey, the potentials are there, and I may do that later on today or this weekend, you can share that. But I'm not going to put out snowfall totals for something. Let's get through our Sunday storm system first. Let's see what our Tuesday, Wednesday storm system is going to do, and then we'll really start to dive into next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and see how that all plays out. All right, thanks for sticking with me on that. I have quite a few people actually interested in looking at the models this morning, so thanks for sticking with me. Let's go back to the chat here for a second while we wrap things up. See if anybody had any questions about that. With the Arctic air mask, rains our way. That tends to be dry. How much does that play into forecasting snowfall totals? Huge, Tom. Because with an Arctic air mass in place, your snowfall ratios are not going to be an 8 to 1 or a 10 to 1. We typically look at about a 10 to 1 ratio. But because Arctic air can't hold a lot of moisture, right? The warmer the air is, the more moisture the air can hold. That's why in the summertime, the air's hot, we get deluges with thunderstorms, right? It's holding a ton of moisture in the atmosphere. The colder the air is, the less moisture it can hold in order to precipitate. Doesn't need a lot. And so it would be, if we get snow Tuesday, Wednesday, I think Sunday's going to be probably a little bit more of a wetter snow, a 10 to 1 ratio. But as we get into next Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe even again, well, we'll say Tuesday, Wednesday, because that's when the Arctic air is going to be in place. If we get snow, it piles up quickly because it's going to be a light, fluffy snow. You're looking more of a ratio of probably a 12, 15 to even 20 to 1 ratio. Probably closer to a 15 to 20 to 1 ratio on Tuesday, Wednesday because of that Arctic air. So therefore, that lets us know you don't need a lot of moisture to pile it up. 20 to 1 ratio would mean 1 inch of rain would be 20 inches of snow. Now, we're not going to get that because we're not going to get 1 inch of rainfall, but that's the general concept of how you look at that. So yeah, the colder the air is, the better it can pile up. It's going to be light and fluffy, not snowman making snow if we get the snowfall Tuesday and Wednesday. Thanks for sticking with me this morning. A lot of you are really interested on how that all plays out. So I do like to share that information of really how I forecast the weather and what we look at in order to make a snowfall forecast. That's what we do. All right, we'll talk about the forecast all weekend long. If I need to do any sort of live weather updates on Sunday, I will do it. I doubt I will. But again, light snow, so heavy rain tonight. Let's start over. Warm today, rain tonight, falling temperatures, light snow on Sunday. It's going to be a soggy Saturday, but not an all-day washout. Arctic air sets up shop next week. And with that Arctic air, we are going to be watching for the potential for some storm systems to roll our way. And if we get them, we will get another good bout of snow. Here we go, my friends. Here we go. All right, we sure hope you have a great day. Thanks for sticking with me. Have a great weekend. Be safe, be kind to each other. Pack your patience this weekend. Embrace the weekend. Aaron, enjoy your day. Happy birthday to anybody having a birthday today. I'll send you back to the 24-hour weather channel if you missed any of the forecast. And stay tuned on the potential snow for next week, my friends. Have a great Again, plenty of sunshine, but the clouds will increase by the second part of the day. So do anticipate a nice sunset tonight. Grab those photos and send me a picture of the sunset around your area. 8 o'clock here tonight will be right around 40 degrees. So if you have Friday night evening plans, still should be pretty comfortable. All right, overnight tonight, let's walk you through locally through the entire forecast all the way through the weekend because, A, it's the weekend, we got rain, and we have some snow showers. So low temperatures on Saturday start off in the mid to upper 30s. Not too terribly bad, actually. We're going to be above average. We've got the rain showers hanging out with us. So let's go ahead and pick up our timeline on our future cast. 7 o'clock here tonight. Here comes the rain. It's going to really settle in as we get it around the midnight hour. So if you're going to be out and about between 11 and midnight, you'll probably have some rain showers as you head home if you're a late nighter. And then as we get into the sunrise hour, scattered showers. It's going to be a soggy start to our Saturday. And I think we're going to have some off and on showers throughout the day on Saturday. So not a total washout throughout the day, but if you have outdoor plans, keep that in mind. Now, as we get into our Saturday night, this model's indicating a little bit of a wintry mix, maybe by sundown across the Cumberland Plateau. So we'll watch that. I don't think it's going to cause any major issues, but we do have more energy and more moisture moving its way in on into our Sunday. So let's keep going. Saturday night, by the end of Saturday night anyways, we'll likely pick up some decent amount of rain. Now, again, forecast high temperatures on Saturday will top out in the 40s. So we start off in the upper 20s to low 30s. We'll stay right there in the upper 40s, which is pretty average, and we'll pick up anywhere from a quarter to upwards of a half an inch of rainfall tonight and through the day on Saturday. That takes us through Saturday night. But let's continue our future cast because we are going to continue to see falling temperatures. So Saturday night, we pick up our timeline at 8 o'clock. We'll be right around 45 degrees. Of course, we're going to cool down through the overnight hours, but not just because of that, but because we have Arctic air, or rather colder air settling on in. So Sunday morning, if you're heading off to church, we're going to have temperatures right around 32. And I think we're going to hover in the 30s, low 30s, at or below freezing for most of the day. And then as we get into the second part of the day, that's when temperatures really take a nosedive. And that's when that Arctic air sets up shop. So we're going to be hovering right around freezing, and we have more moisture hanging out with us. So here's our future cast, picking up our timeline Saturday night at 7 o'clock. And again, most of the energy moves its way on now, but here comes some light snow showers. Sunday morning, I think we'll wake up with a few light snow showers, some light flurries around the area, and I think that's going to be the story as we continue to see this whole storm system exit off to our east. Doesn't look too terribly impressive on Futurecast. Let me show you a different perspective. How much snow are we talking about? I think generally speaking, from Knox County up toward the Tri-Cities, I think anywhere from, about a half an inch of snowfall. Can't be ruled out. And it's going to be cold enough that it's going to stick to the grassy areas, rooftops, cars, and some of those back roads. Cumberland Plateau, maybe a dusting to upwards of a half an inch of snow. And down across the Southern Valley, I think some flurries. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of dusting of snow. And up across the mountains of East Tennessee, I think we'll get a little bit more. But again, it doesn't look too terribly impressive, but it does appear that we're going to have some snow showers developing on into our Sunday. It doesn't stop there. Remember, now here comes the Arctic air. So we're going to see those rain chances increase tonight into Saturday, snow chances on Sunday, and then a few snow chances next week. That 20% is snow. Why? Because it's going to be so cold. Let me show you the big picture. If you have any travel plans Friday night to Saturday, here's what it looks like. Just a general idea. Cold front coming in on through. That's going to bring the rain showers. Here's this Arctic high pressure starting to build its way in from the north, and that's going to usher in the colder air. So yes, temperatures continue to drop, and that's what's going to develop the snow showers across the Appalachian region as we head through the day on Sunday. Again, I don't think any major travel plans unless you're traveling north and northeast of Virginia, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. Again, rainfall around the area, around the region really is going to be beneficial. Decent rain. We need it. We have a drought that's still ongoing across much of the southeastern U.S., but this is not going to be just all rain because, as I mentioned, we are going to still talk about the chance for some snow showers to be developing. So this map takes us all the way through Monday. So possible snow Sunday, mainly the mountains and valley. We'll see some flurries. Heaviest snowfall will be to our north and northeast. Okay, that just takes us through Sunday. But now here comes the Arctic air. And so those temperatures are going to drop. We're talking single digits and teens for lows. And we're talking high temperatures only in the 20s and 30s. Sunday, I think we'll start off with temperatures right around 33 degrees Sunday and then cool down to about 28 degrees. So it's going to be brutally cold through the day on Sunday. And yeah, we're probably going to have some wind chill values as well. So again, a temperature trend. Temps come on down for highs. Lows are going to be brutal. We're going to be in the single digits and teens. And so any sort of moisture around the area will precipitate in the form of snow. So let me show you the big picture. Now, we've been talking about this for the last couple of days. This is going to flip-flop back and forth. This takes us all the way through next Friday, okay? I think the confidence is increasing for a southern slider down across the Gulf of Mexico. We may see snow on the beaches from Louisiana to Florida. And even over into Charleston, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and the Outer Banks of North Carolina. We are talking about snow on the beaches possible. This stays to our south Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, do we have a chance for some light snow showers on Tuesday? Yeah, I think we do. But the bulk of the energy stays far to our south. Then as we get into our Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week, there is the potential for more energy to slide on through. Confidence is really low right now about the potential for our snowfall. That's a week away, so we'll keep you posted on that. We just know that we're going to see some snow showers on Sunday, rain showers tonight, and brutally cold Arctic air is going to set up shop for the start of the week. So you'll definitely want to check back in each and every day. We do know that this cold weather pattern is probably going to stick with us all the way through the latter part of the month. Not necessarily the Arctic air, but maybe trending below average. So, of course, we're going to keep you posted on that. Make sure you check in with the East Tennessee weather platforms each and every day. Social media, Roku TV, Amazon Fire, YouTube. Go smash and subscribe to that YouTube button. Hey, by the way, if you're joining us on social media, on Facebook this morning, and you don't have the East Tennessee Weather app, you should download it today. Plan your day with the East Tennessee Weather app. From video forecast weather updates to an interactive radar giving you past, current, and future radar of 2 hours to day part, 7 days, current conditions, access to the only 24-hour weather channel right here in East Tennessee, live weather cameras, and severe weather alerts from the National Weather Service. Download the app today to always stay in the know. This is East Tennessee Weather. Weather when you want it.